Are you a comic book fan looking to get into manga? Don't worry, I've got some recommendations for you. What's up everyone, it's Carrie aka Nerdygirlcreates. Welcome back to my channel. It's Manga Monday, and today we're going to take a look at some recommendations I have for Western comic book fans looking to transition into manga, but they don't want to deviate too much from what they're fans of. So I'm going to go down a list of series I think are closely related to some series in Western comics that they love. First off, we're going to take a look at Strange Academy. This is a Marvel comic book series that's pretty new. It's about a group of teenagers that come from all different places, including Asgard, frost giants, even the underworld itself. And they are recruited to a school in New Orleans run by Brother Voodoo called Strange Academy, where they are taught how to use their magical abilities. Now they do get into some mischief and come across some enemies, some very familiar ones, as well as some new characters. For fans of this series who are looking maybe for something darker in manga, I do recommend Jujutsu Kaisen. Now, Jujutsu Kaisen focuses on a high school in Tokyo called Jujutsu High, and it's a school for teenagers with specific abilities called curse techniques. And these teenagers are taught how to use their specific curse technique to battle demons and other bad evil sorcerers. Their main teacher, Gojo, is one of the most powerful jujutsu sorcerers in Tokyo, and he is tasked with learning how to wield their abilities. One of the students, though, is not specifically a curse user. He is someone who, effort to save his friends, swallowed a demonic, and I'm not lying when I say this, finger that's given him the abilities of a demonic creature who is determined to take over his body. And fortunately for Gojo and those of Jujutsu High, he is able to hold off the demon and use the abilities to their benefit. Superman, the world's first comic book superhero. You know him as Kal-El, Clark Kent. He was sent as a baby from the planet Krypton by his parents when the homeworld was on the verge of destruction. He was raised in Smallville by his adopted parents, the Kents. He became a journalist and decided to use his abilities to protect the innocent, defend his world from threats from outer space. Lex Luthor, he is a beacon of hope. He is a symbol of peace. He is a hero one could look up to. So it's kind of hard to think of who in manga could come even close to that legacy of Superman. There's a few, but there's one in particular I think a lot of people compare Superman to, and that would be Goku of Dragon Ball. Now, similar to Superman, Goku was sent from space by his parents, but not because the planet was in the verge of blowing up. It was more to conquer and take out all life on Earth so they can sell the planet. I'm not joking. If you haven't read Dragon Ball, that is the fact. Instead of becoming the destructive force he was meant to, Goku comes across an old man named Gohan who raises him as his own son, teaches him those values that Superman also possesses, and Goku decides to stop evil forces, as well as win them over, because Goku has this unique ability to turn his villains into his allies. If you have not read Dragon Ball, I really do suggest it. He is super strong. He comes more from Asian mythology. There's like a lot of Chinese influence with him, like the Monkey King, if you're familiar with that. He is super powered to the point where you wonder, how does this guy die multiple times? Trust me. It happens. He's also a family man like Superman. He has, later on as time goes on, he has his own family, his own kids. He tries to be a role model for his son, but I think Clark does it better with his own son. Goku would be my suggestion if you're a big Superman fan, but you're looking for something a little more zany, a little bit more goofy, but yet badass at the same time. The Hulk, the rage monster of Marvel Comics. Starts off as Dr. Bruce Banner, a mild-mannered scientist who is working on an experiment for the government. This experiment goes wrong when he is exposed to the gamma radiation, and now every time he is angered, he turns into a giant green monster hell-bent on smashing everything in sight. So who in manga would I recommend that would come close to that? This one was a little harder to try to figure out, but if I was going to go with man turned monster, I would definitely have to go with Kaiju number 8. Now, if you don't know what Kaiju number 8 is about, Kaiju monsters are constantly wreaking havoc throughout the city. There's a special force that is tasked with dealing with them. Amongst this force is a cleanup crew and a 30-something-year-old man who is kind of frustrated because since he was a kid, he has dreamed of being a monster hunter for the Kaiju organization. During an unexpected encounter with the Kaiju in a hospital, he finds himself with the ability of turning into a Kaiju. But instead of the monster taking over like the Hulk takes over Bruce, he is in full control of the Kaiju so far. And he decides to use this power to help him take down the monsters invading his city. However, he's also got to play it cool because if the Kaiju organization finds out that he is a Kaiju, he's in deep crap. So he secretly turns into Kaiju number 8 and takes down all these Kaiju while trying to masquerade as a regular, normal monster hunter for the Kaiju organization. Yeah, I would definitely say this would be the closest to the Hulk, but that would be my recommendation for who would be the Hulk of manga. So those are my top 3 recommendations for comic book fans who want to transition into manga. I hope to have more in the future. By the way, I do have another video, I'm going to put the link up here, that you can check out where I went more in depth of some of my recommendations for comic book fans. Also want to remind everybody, Tuesday nights is Otaku Tuesdays. That's when me and the squad get together and we talk about all the big manga news as well as some anime news. So please check that out, Tuesday nights 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Also want to remind everyone, I do have a link down below for Right Stuff Anime. They have, multiple sales every weekend and some during the week, but if you're looking for some big deals, I would always recommend going to Right Stuff Anime. In the meantime, I want to thank everybody. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Bye!